Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to Hilaal Live. Thanks for tuning in to us on channel 347 on DSTV, alternatively on our YouTube channel and also our internet page, www.hilaal.tv. So as we do on Hilaal Live, I enjoy inviting NPOs, NPCs into studio and finding about the great work that they do in and around our various communities, creating a platform for people that are not employed and creating a skill where they can then get employed as well. In studio today, I'd like to welcome from I Deserve It, Director Amienas Projects. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi Luqman. Shukran so much for having us.
Afwan, it's my absolute pleasure. It's been a while since we've chatted, so always nice having you in my company. And then also a student that studied at I Deserve It, Shakila Isaacs. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Are you well?
I'm good, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Right, so the NPC, NPO organizations do amazing work. And, this has been maybe expanded, after COVID, during COVID as well, because lots of people needed an extra skill, maybe a side hustle, as we say in Cape Town as well. But for those that don't know too much about I Deserve It, tell us about your wonderful organization, Amiena.
Okay, so alhamdulillah, 12 years ago, 2010, we started I Deserve It with, we identified the platform. A platform was needed for people to trade. There were so many home businesses, but they didn't have platform to trade. They were selling to the family. Your family was now tired of buying your product. And we started with market days, with showcasing people, like releasing out a small space where you pay for the space. And then the idea was each one invite 10 people.
Okay.
With 100 vendors, you'll have 1,000 customers. And alhamdulillah, it was very successful for many years. But in this, we saw that a lot of people had inherited skills, or they had something that they learned from YouTube. No, there was no YouTube at the time, sorry. We're so old.
Exactly, yeah.
So a lot of people, they got inherited skills and they were trying to sell product, mostly to be sustainable. From that time, Luqman, there was hardly any jobs.
True.
Our people hardly had any education. We came out of apartheid just before that. We weren't exposed to opportunities. And we were known for making our own opportunities. We were known. And then over the 10 years, it's kind of gotten lost.
Okay.
It kind of gotten lost, but then there was also, we had university students, kids going to university, and then what happened is the jobs became less. COVID hit us very hard.
Tell me about it.
So we're sitting now currently with students that can't get work with degrees. We're sitting with people that lost jobs. We're sitting with people that before that didn't have any work. So during COVID, our organization then realized that we needed to skill more people.
Okay.
So 2010, when we started the platform, we identified that a lot of people had inherited skills. And how do we formalize these skills? How do we teach them? Or being a fashion designer myself, I started sewing classes.
Okay.
Before that, I used to teach young students that couldn't get into the colleges like the College of Cape Town because we were never taught to have a portfolio.
Sure.
And I'm talking about Malay-colored Indian kids.
Right.
So I used to train kids that couldn't get into the colleges. I came from Elizabeth Galloway Academy of Fashion Design. I worked for L. Arends before that. So I had the papers that could get me the job.
Right.
So the reality was that you need the paperwork to get you the job. Our students couldn't get in. Our community couldn't get in. And then they started coming to me. In the platforms we provided, we saw that a lot of the people had inherited skills we needed. And then I started offering courses to the vendors.
Right.
Learning about formalizing the skill. They didn't have time to go do a 3-4 year degree or anything like that. So I started classes, and alhamdulillah, what happened is most of that people never came. The community started asking. And our classes for the 10 years was extremely full, sometimes oversubscribed, for people just wanting to learn skills. We had doctors, we had accountants, we had lawyers, we had the ordinary housewife.
Sure.
We had everyone.
So there's a wide spectrum of people that attend your courses. So over the years, I would imagine, you said you started with the sewing, but has that now increased to other courses?
So I speak a lot. So I used to do running, and I met my podiatrist, and he said, I told him what I was doing, and he said, you know what, let me teach some of your ladies from disadvantaged backgrounds to work with diabetic, with old people. He said, foot care is a niche. Very few people do it, and podiatry is very expensive.
Of course.
But they need, especially old people, need that middleman. So we took a few ladies. We took some from a shelter, and we took 4 ordinary ladies. And he advised me, he said to me, the ladies of the shelter is going to drop out. They're going to go back to their drug abuse or whatever's been going on. And your 4 ladies of your community is going to carry this forward. And lo and behold, that happened. So alhamdulillah, we started the food care in 2013. And we've seen the growth. We've seen how the need. We've seen how pregnant women, people with, a lot of young people with problem feet, because we're on our feet whole day. So that project actually grew so much. 2020 came. I'm going to fast forward. People lost their jobs, as I said before. Then people started contacting us and saying, what can you teach me that I need to turn around? I lost my job. How can I make money quick?
Yeah.
I need to learn something like consista making, acha making, simple things. People wanted to know this. And then my team and I decided, what do we do? Because now, 2020 also, COVID, we almost closed our doors.
Sure.
So it was tough. Alhamdulillah, we got some help from the government because they were looking at that time, so they were placing interns, and we happened to, someone recommended us, and this was just Allah's way of keeping the organization open.
Brilliant.
We then said, we need more skills. We approached some professionals in hair care, food care. We looked at research. What is short skills that would do a quick turnaround?
Yeah, that can provide income right
you
now.
can learn a month of just blow drying hair and do your neighbor's hair for 50 Rand and food on your table. So objective was food on the table. Over the years, we also added mentorship, life coaching.
Okay.
Yeah, because we realized, if you have start a small business and it's not going well, you're going to need to know how to balance it. You're going to need to know that sometimes you will fail, sometimes you will,
of course,
gain.
But you know how to pick yourself up from
yes.
that.
So life coaching is a big aspect in our organization.
Lovely.
Mentorship, alhamdulillah, I did both courses because the journey of I Deserve It, basically, I would do something just to see where it would fit in. So I did the life coaching. Even though I don't teach it, we have a life coach on board that works with the ladies, and she is phenomenal.
Brilliant.
Naila Kaji, if I can mention her name, she's fantastic. And then we did mentorship. I did mentorship with Arifa Parker, so she also does our mentorship from Wigboff. So alhamdulillah, I'm a qualified mentor, and then eventually I went to study entrepreneurship.
Amazing. So speaking about someone that says, you know what, I deserve it. Shakila did one of your courses and said, you know what, I deserve to progress in a certain skill as well. Shakila, you've been very patient. I know Amienas speaks a lot. The course that you did, tell us about what made you go and do that specific course.
So me too, I was one of those ladies that was just at home, didn't have a job, and then I found out about I Deserve It through a mutual friend, and that they are offering the courses. And I said, you know what, if it's Allah's will, I will get in. And then I went for the interview, and alhamdulillah, I got in.
Nice.
I'm busy doing the hair care course. I've been there since January, so I'm in my 7th month now. We are graduating December.
Inshallah.
And after that, I am looking to open my own business. I am currently busy doing hair, but I'm not situated yet in my own little space. So I go from door to door and do hair.
Nice. In your community?
In my community. I'm in the Lansdowne Crawford community.
And the amazing thing is people know you and trust you as well. Then you build up your clientele
I'm
base
still
from
busy
there.
building up clientele,
Okay.
but I'll get there, inshallah.
Right.
And as Amina said, I Deserve It is more than just an organization teaching you life skills. We get life coaching. They teach us marketing, how to market your business. So they are always on call. It's not just in class that we can ask for help. It's like after hours also.
Brilliant.
So
And there's a swimming pool there as well. You can
Yeah,
have a
we
swim
haven't
while-
swum yet, but we're
Not
waiting
yet.
for the
We're-
summer.
Summer's coming. Summer's coming. We had enough of winter.
Yeah.
So that's amazing that you've
It
now
is.
provided a little bit of income for yourself, and inshallah that will grow as your clientele base grows as well. What's the feeling of your clients? Because surely you would charge far less than what a normal salon would charge, right?
Yeah, so they are very much surprised because, like I said, our facilitators are very much experienced.
Okay.
Our facilitator has her own salon. Her name is
Okay.
Aisha Adams, if I can mention
Yes,
her.
I know Aisha.
She has Serenity
She
Blue.
also talks a lot.
Yeah, she
as
also
well.
speaks.
Yes.
So
That's something about I Deserve It.
Yeah, I think so. But that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because, in the past, we were so scared and maybe intimidated about our skill.
Yeah.
Now we need to have that exuberance and confidence. And that is how people get to know who people buy into you first
Yes,
before your
exactly.
skill. And I'm sure, Amiena must have told you that 1,000 times.
Yeah, so that is also all part of it, as stylists also, you are just not a stylist, you are somewhat like a therapist
Yes,
also,
it's
because
therapeutic.
it is very
Yeah.
therapeutic, and people are very much surprised also with the outcome of, you are doing this and I deserve it. So a lot of people don't think firsthand like, oh, you're professional, because now they first thing, but after they experienced what you can do, they are
Nice.
like, and I say I deserve it. It's such an amazing organization. Like, I'm like, why don't I hear about it everywhere? Like, I want to hear about it on the radio. I want to see it on the TV.
Well, that is why we have them on the TV, so I can tell people, and you
Yeah.
guys can tell people about the wonderful work that you do as well. We're going to take an ad break. When we come back, we're going to chat a bit more as well. And I would imagine, Amiena, that so many people would like to know more about your various skills. So we're going to get into that after the ad break. You are still watching Hilaal Live. Thanks for tuning in to us on channel 347 on DSTV. And we're chatting to a wonderful organization called I Deserve It. We're going to give you more details after the break. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to Hilaal Live. Thanks for tuning in to us on channel 347. Now, I'm chatting to an organization, I Deserve It, which is an NPC based in the Cape area. And, just checking out some of the wonderful work that they do, that they've done in the past, and some of their future projects as well. In studio director, Amienas Projects. Thanks once again for joining us.
You're welcome.
We chatted about some of the amazing projects that you've undertaken over the years as well. Projects like this, sometimes you would have to partner with you mentioned you partnered with government. Over the years, have you taken and partnered with other people on various projects?
So alhamdulillah, we during COVID, when we realized we need to expand and add projects and we need to get more learning communities, we took the project first to Sanzaf.
Okay.
And subhanallah, Shafiq Barnes is a visionary. I don't know if you obviously do know him.
Yeah, he talks a lot as well. He is. He's done so much in the Western Cape,
Yeah, and he realized that the need was outgrowing the resources. Handing out is not sustainable. People needed to learn more skills. And when we pitched it to him, he said, this is something that we've always wanted to do. Let us get back to you and all that. And, things take time. So, subhanallah, first of all, Allah sent us there. Allah decided the time. And if I phoned him one and I said to him, what's happening? And I said, Shukran so much for contacting me. This needs to happen. Please come and see us. And a few months later, Yasmina Franca and Ishmael, they came to see us and say, how do we expand this? How do we get more people to learn skills? How do we make that? Sanzaf itself does amazing work, and alhamdulillah, we're very happy to partner with him. We are expanding our partnerships with other organizations as well, because we do realize it cannot also come from one organization.
And a lot of people fail to understand, or maybe don't know, that Sanzaf is not all about fitra parcels.
Yes, that's the thing.
There's other skills that they do invest in.
Yes, they do, especially the seed, and it's not only university, it's now a lot on artisanal skills, tech skills, life skills, which we do, and also to grow the turnaround time needs to be quicker.
Right.
We are in a crisis, we need urgent intervention, and they've realized that this is the intervention. People need to learn as quicker as possible. We are, like I'll say this over and over, that we are in a crisis and people are not facing this crisis, that there is no jobs, companies are closed. So what do? We need to empower ourselves.
Of course.
If you look at this whole entrepreneurship, it is a Western philosophy that they try to bring to an African problem, and it's not been working. Why? You bring entrepreneurship to people who doesn't understand entrepreneurship, or they don't have a skill, or they don't have a service that they can offer. We are uneducated in this country. We have nothing to show for it. We don't know how to start something, but we get taught how to run a business.
Yeah, I get you. So that there's a gap. There's a gap, and that's what you've identified. Now, over the years, I would imagine that you've also accomplished quite a bit. You've, projects. Tell our viewers a bit about that. I know it's not something you want to talk about too often, but having an organization for people to buy in to your organization, they need to know your CV. So tell us about some of the great projects you've undertaken.
So alhamdulillah, personally with me, I was super shocked because I'm fashion designer. I thought, this is something as a hobby.
Right.
I'm just having fun with this. It's not really a true NGO. I was advised by Nuran Osman that time to register the NGO.
From Ihata.
Yeah, and then we registered the NGO, myself and Shahima, may Allah grant her Jannah. She passed away 2 years ago. We registered the NGO, and then she left the organization and she was part-time in it. And I continued. Also like this fun thing, having the markets platform, teaching people, started getting WebPath involved, starting doing life coaching, getting people to do workshops. And then in 2016, alhamdulillah, we won an award, I would say to the Indonesia Trade Fair with Suburban Travel and Tours.
Oh, lovely.
So alhamdulillah, I got to do that and experience that and see how that they work in artisanal skills and how they are innovative and developing. And that was us. That's where we come from. So we have it in us. And in 2018, I won an award to America with the International Visitors Leadership Program. And then my husband said to me, if international people see what you are doing, you need to take this serious.
Right.
So I think 2017, I started easing off on making clothing and just focus on the teaching. And then in 2020, we started employing more people to run the courses, to work with me. So we have extensive, like she said, Chef Aisha that does the hair care. We have Fatima, what? She does
Teacher Fatima.
Sound like a creche when you say that like that. But Fatima runs from Supreme Elegance. She runs the food care. And we have 3 facilitators in the sewing and in body care. We do products, not body care, because people ask us, can you teach us doing massages? No, we actually make product. We make lip, your foot scrubs,
I've seen your candles.
Candle making. We do gifting, these cactus and stuff. Anything that can turn into a business.
Right. So with the awards that you've won and, that it's been awarded to you, has it opened up other doors?
It has. It caused you a lot to collaborate a lot on various platforms.
Okay.
Like with the American Embassy, I get invited to every event, and then on that platform, you don't actually meet Americans. You meet powerful South Africans.
Correct.
You meet amazing South Africans in small businesses, growing small NGOs, universities. I think I met the head of education once, but not like the minister. Like, at an iftar program that they had, I met Ibrahim Rasool, just like in passing. So doors do open. It's just for you to access it.
Yeah.
I don't often talk about it because we don't showcase that, because I deserve it is what is important.
I agree. Okay, Shakila, the course that you've now done, right? You've now approached community, people in your area. You're now starting to get an income as well. What's your plan? Is there a mission, a plan that you'd like to see yourself in the next year?
Yes, definitely. My intention is to open my own salon, small little salon, and just be there, help the community. People can't always afford like the best, like the most expensive hair treatments.
Yeah.
That's where I come in, doing it for the community at an affordable price, professional service, and just making women feel beautiful.
I think that's important as well. Yeah. And with everyone not earning as we should be, because, people have cut their salaries. It's now the load shedding has affected various people as well. I'm sure people, are saying, thank you so much for not charging an arm and a leg, and I can see you more often.
Yes, because, things it's quite pricey out there, man. So, and to get professional service at an affordable price, who's not going to want to come back?
So you're offering a service, but do you make products as well attached to your service?
Not yet. Inshallah, maybe one day, but not yet. But, as we do treatments, we do have products that we give our clients to maintain the treatment. So I'm not in the product making business yet.
Not yet.
I first want to start off my salon business and then inshallah to get into that.
You're touching on your husband earlier as well, that mentioned something, and I would imagine that with an NPC, family gets heavily invested in projects that you do. Do they help you? Are they part of this?
At the beginnings, we must know running an NPC or running an organization there's no income, there's no salary. So I gave up a business which was very lucrative because I was known in the industry for making matric dresses and bridal dresses. So there was no more income, and he would constantly tell me like, why are you just serving people? Why are you doing this? And alhamdulillah, when he started realizing the akhirah work in it, we started encouraging it. Even my studies up till today, my kids are very involved. They do all the courses. My daughters can sew. I only have daughters, alhamdulillah. They can do sewing. They can do candle making. I encourage the artisanal side. I said to them, a skill, something you have, no one can take it from you, and use it if you need it. If you don't need it, don't use it.
What can we look forward to with I Deserve It over the next couple of months, next couple of years? What's in store?
So alhamdulillah, we have now refined our organization into 3 pillars, which is artisanal skills, tech skills and life skills. So under your tech, if you do go onto our social medias, you will see that all the artisanal skills is listed that you can come and do with us, from code, and then under tech skills, under life skills. Then under life skills, we are busy with a big project that's coming out, inshallah. It's called the Iqra campaign.
Okay.
The Iqra campaign is basically to take back to schools reading.
Oh, nice.
Under life skills, we're looking at teaching kids to write a CV. In this question is they have write a 500-word essay. Our kids are not able to do that. Our kids are not able to write. Our kids are not able. Even small businesses, they'll ask you if you do an application for funding, 1,000 words. When I did the application for the American Embassy, it was 2,000 words on 5 different topics. Sure. If you're not capable, this is why we don't win at these things. So we are looking at the skills, the life skills part of it, where we can teach kids how to talk, how to read. The Iqra campaign will take back to schools pure reading. What we've been going through recently with the LGBT thing, this has been influxing our school. So we need to look at how can we take positivity back to school. So we are collabing with Chapter 96 and with other organizations.
I had him in studio the other day.
He's
very nice guy.
Yes, amazing. Alhamdulillah. So they all on board with, and then we're going to look at how we can round off this life skills with not only our children, but also entrepreneurs when they face writing a proposal, proposal writing for funding, writing to the government for support, anything. So these 3 skills are necessary. If she's done, she's going to need tech.
Of course.
She's going to need to know. We teach social media and all those things, but she's going to need someone to do it for her eventually when she's big.
And AI can only do so much for you. You need that extra assistance if you want to, move forward as well. Where can our viewers find you? Give out some of your social media handles that our viewers can tap into and maybe take you up on the various courses.
Inshallah, they can check us out at www.ideserveit.org.za, and then iDeserveIt on Instagram, and then they just need to contact us on our cell phone number, which I'm sure you'll list on the end of the show.
Yep, and the details are on the screen as well. So if people want to contact Amiena and the team, you're welcome to do so. The address is there, the cell phone number, and the website as well. Shakila, Jazakallah so much for coming into studio. All the very best with all your future projects. I see big things to come. I think you're in good hands as well.
Shukran.
And we'll get you back in studio one day, inshallah.
Inshallah. Shukran.
And Amiena, Jazakallah so much once again for being part of our community, being that pillar, being that strength. When people sometimes, days are dark, so people don't know where to turn. At least now they have an organization like yourself that can turn their life around as well. So Jazakallah to you and your team.
If I can just add, to the viewers, please note that we are an NGO and we do need funding, and they can also help us by
that way as well.
Inshallah.
Jazakallah. There we go. NPC in studio. I Deserve It. Do go and check them out on all the good social media platforms, and just creating an opportunity for our community. That's all that we have for you today for Hilaal Live from the Cape Town crew. The Johannesburg crew takes over at about 6:30 with Faraz Patel and the team from the Cape Town crew, Sohail Barnes and myself, Luqman Shadrack. Have a lovely evening. Assalamu alaikum.